Criminal justice is about one thing. It is about the pursuit of the truth.
The numbers show about 18 veteran suicides a day.
That's what the DAs do, that's what the sheriffs do, that's what the attorneys do.
19,000 are raped every year in the military.
They're looking for the truth.
You know asbestos was in there, is in those buildings, lead is in those buildings. There are the VOCs. However, the concentrations are such that they don't pose a health hazard.
For the truth.
And in the 9 years that have followed, 900 first responders have died.
The concentrations are such that they don't pose a health hazard.
The truth to prove innocence.
And when they say, I want my lawyer, you tell them, shut up.
Your time has expired.
Get a lawyer.
The proof to prove guilt.
During the time that the airplane coming in to the Pentagon, there was a young man who would come in and say to the vice president, the plane is 50 miles out. The plane is 30 miles out. And when it got down to the plane is 10 miles out, the young man also said to the vice president, do the orders still stand? And the vice president turned and whipped his neck around and said, of course the orders still stand. Have you heard anything to the contrary?
The proof to exonerate.
Well, at the time I didn't know what all that meant. And
the flight you're referring to is the
flight that came into the
Pentagon. Yeah.
The truth to punish the guilty.
Security at all 3 of the airports from which the 4 aircraft on 9/11 departed, ICTS, was an Israeli security company.
The truth to prevent crime.
The World Trade Center security was an Israeli-owned company.
And to protect the public.
That security company, by the way, also had security at the airports in Paris and Amsterdam later, from which the so-called shoe and underwear bombers departed.
It comes down to the truth. That's what the DAs do.
President Torres on the air. I got a message on that plane. It's a big truck with a mural painted of an airplane diving into New York City and exploding. I don't know what's in the truck. The truck is in between 6th and 7th on King Street.
That's what the sheriffs do.
But some very intelligent and aggressive cops also stopped another terrorist attack from happening on the George Washington Bridge. CBS 2 has learned exclusively that 2 men are in custody tonight after being arrested at the George Washington Bridge with an entire truckload of explosives.
Criminal justice is about one thing. It is about the pursuit of the truth.
I'll send you in the bus there for Westgate with a mural painted. Airplanes diving into New York blowing up. 2 men got out of the truck, ran away from it. We got those people under.
All of the Israelis who were apprehended in those vans were later released in about 2 months at the direction of Michael Chertoff, then the 2nd Director of Homeland Security, a dual U.S.-Israeli national.
That's what the attorneys do.
The men who were detained due to the report they were taping the first plane crash and then celebrating and joking about it actually went on television and admitted it was their job to record the attack.
And at that point, we were taken for another round of questioning, this time related to our allegedly being members of Mossad. The fact of the matter is, we are coming from a country that experiences terror daily. Our purpose was to document the event.
And DNA is the state-of-the-art device mechanism to find the truth.
Yeah. Fuck them, dude. Anyone with a fucking rag on their head is fair game. Girl. She's probably like 15 years old.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she was hot, dude. Body on that girl. Oh, yeah. Really tight.
They always wear it like you can't see them, right?
No, it hadn't been touched yet. She was fucking prime.
Oh.
So, guys, he started pimping her out for $50 a shot. I think at the end of the day, you know, he made like $500 before she hung herself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She hung herself? How come she hung herself?
I don't know. She wasn't happy.